Hi, it's Nehemiah. So many students find it difficult to express the values they get or they got from their calculation in a vector. Now, some of them will say they don't know when to say northeast, northwest, north south. They don't know when to say that. Now, let's look at the coordinate system. This is the north. Sorry for that. This is the east. This is the north. This is the west. This is the south. Now, this is the angle of inclination. Let's use this angle. So, this angle, and this angle. Of course, all the vectors that you have will travel in either of these angles. So, if the angle is coming from this direction, it's moving from the north to the east. If it's moving from the north to the east, it is called the east of north. Okay? If it's moving from the north to the east, it's termed the east of north. If it's moving from the east back to the north, it is the north of east. All right? Moving from the north to the east, east of north. Moving from the east to the north, north of east. Let's say it's moving from the north to the west. This will be west of north. Let's say it's moving from the west to the north. It will be north of west. All right. Let's say the angle is moving from west to south. This will be south of west. Let's say it's moving from south back to west. It will be west of south. Let's say you are moving from the south to the east, like this. South to the east. What should be the answer now? East of south. So, east of south. Let's say you are moving from the east back to the south. That will be south of east. Now, let me make an illustration. Let's say we have a vector or a body that travels towards the x-axis or towards the north or east. Let me use this calibration. All right, a car moves 4 kilometers towards the east. And then a car travels 4 kilometers towards the east. Let's make an illustration. All right, 4 kilometers towards the east. And then the car moves 3 kilometers towards the north. So it's moving like this. 3 kilometers towards the north. All right. Now, we are asked to find the displacement or the resultant vector and also to find the angular position of this vector and to make an illustration of that. That's why I'm doing this. All right. Now, this is actually, if you bring out this guy and bring out this guy, this is a triangle. Okay. So a triangle has 3 sides, A, B, C. Now, across the A is small letter A, across the B is small letter B, across the C is small letter C. So we're going to use C squared is equals to A squared plus B squared from Pythagoras theory. So what I have is C squared is equals to 4 kilometer squared plus 3 kilometer squared. This is 16 plus 9. And then C squared now is equals to C is equals to 16 plus 9 is 25. So that C is equals to 5 kilometers. Now, how do I find the angle of inclination? If you have been in our vectors and scalars and vectors 001, 002, 003, you should have known that. So we have tan inverse of f of y over f of x. So the tan inverse of f of y, the y component is 3. So 3 over the x component is 4. So let's do the maths. Tan inverse of 3 over 4. What would that give me? I have shift tan inverse of 3 over 4. 3 divided by 4. Okay? I have 36.86. So we'll make it 36.9. So the angle here, the theta here is, remember this is theta. This is theta. This is theta. The theta here is 36.9. 36.9. So the angle here is 36.9. So how do I make this illustration? How do I interpret these things. The displacement is 5 kilometers. The angular inclination or the theta is 36. So what I'm going to say is that the body or this motion or this body moves 5 kilometers at an angle 36.9 degree. Now is going towards where? Is going from the east. It went to the east and then to the north. That will be north of east. So the interpretation is 5 kilometers at an angle 36.9 degree. Now, remember it's going to the east and from the east to the north. So it will be north of east. Or you write it like this, 5 kilometers at an angle 36.9 north of east. You're still correct. So this is how to make an illustration of whether north of east, east of north, or whatever we have there, east of south, south of east, or whatever. This is all we've got for you in this video. Have a great day.